Cool. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? We're actually fresh off another awesome live stream with Jay's Wisdom Drawing for Tattooers. So if you didn't catch that or want to catch those, let us know what you thought or want to see more of next week. To all of you guys watching live on Reinventing the Tattoo, TattooNow, or the Fireside Tattoo Network, good morning or evening. We're happy to have you guys here. Want to take a second to let us know that all of these streams are working in the chat. This is a live show, so of course we like to hear where you're watching from or something you want us to talk about. Just drop a comment. We keep the chat open and are getting a lot better about checking the messages. Aside from our Monday morning shows, we talk about feelings tonight at 6 o'clock Eastern with Robbie Rapole. Later on Mondays, although not this week, but next week, Sandy McCander leads the Reinventing Evolution class at 9 p.m. Eastern. Sandy's been working with Guy for several years and has put a lot of work on the canon, so we're excited to see what she's up to on Mondays. Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern is Ricardo Sturdivant's Tuesday Feels Drawing Group. Wednesdays at noon, find the TattooNow show or the Business Roundtable, which is really cool. Lots of cool stuff going on. And on Thursdays, Tattoo Collecting 101, beaming out live from Red Tree Tattoo Gallery in Columbus, Ohio. It's a really good show for artists and collectors to put on in the background or while you're tattooing. Sundays at 1 Eastern, Jason Leeser of Philadelphia leads the Skill Building Sundays Drawing Group. Jason is a great friend. He's very educated and experienced, also patient. He's been doing these shows for a long time. So if you guys want to sign up for reminders on YouTube, you can do so for all the upcoming events. To watch any of these shows live on our website or YouTube channel is great, but we also have our Roku channel. So if you go to Roku and download Reinventing the Tattoo, 24/7 streaming content. You can also listen to our podcast on Spotify or Apple or anywhere else podcasts can be found. But enough of me for today. We're going to go ahead and bring in our two beautiful co-hosts. Beautiful word. I don't know if you've ever been in the same sentence, but Jake, Gabe, how you doing today?
Hey, great. How are you?
Fantastic-ish. No,
it's a beautiful day. Literally, it's a beautiful day.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day here too. We haven't seen rain in like, I don't know how long, a long time, but the weather's so nice.
I would say technically any day that you wake up and you don't read about yourself in the obituary is technically a fan-fucking-tastic day.
Then we've all had every day of our life fantastic days.
I like it when it's sunny though too.
Right. So how was everyone's week? Sorry, I was a little late coming on this morning. I missed a lot of text messages and
oh good. We're doing introductions first before we run the
okay. Well, you go. All right, go for it then.
I'm Gabe Ripley. I've been programming for the last 5 months straight, but for 25, 30-ish years before that, I love working for tattooers, tattoonow.com. Yeah, there we go. Tired.
I'm Jake Meeks, and I want to plug Gabe Ripley. He's helping me with all of my technical stuff as well. So if you're a tattooer who needs help with websites, social media, getting your name out there, streamlining your processes, reach out to Gabe. He's doing a great job. I'm at the Fireside Tattoo Network. You can find us at firesidetattoo.com or right here on the Fireside YouTube channel, where we try to put out helpful content for tattooers on the regular.
Sounds great. And I am Lauren. Been with Reinventing the Tattoo for a couple years now, and on a pretty cool business journey with tools and stuff with Gabe on the TattooNow platform. It's been pretty cool. Other than that, yeah, you guys can maybe have to skip our clip today and jump right into the show.
All right.
Well, that's okay because it's an old clip anyways, right? It still says the wrong dates. Although
yeah, we'll have to do
the tune is pretty cool. And again, like as I was saying, I'm shifting gears. As of this weekend, I started checking things off the list and getting things launched and relaunched. So yeah, Jake, that's exciting to be working with the amazing content that you have, right? I mean, you're talking about like just archive of years, and I mean, it's like 8 years. I was looking at a video that you did like 8 years ago. And I was like, it's young Jake.
Yeah.
I love some of those.
Yeah, it will be, it's 9 years, just over 9 years since our first video went live. It's been almost 10 years since we started planning and buying equipment and actually recording our first episodes. I want to say we recorded our very first episode in the early spring of 2013, but then I was so nervous to put it out that I just sat on it for like 6 months.
It's crazy. Real quick, for the people that are watching, we have an interviewee. Tara Quinn is a great, fantastic. I'm trying to come up with some words that are, I'm like a killer tattooer. No, bad metaphor. Yeah. But, what was that? A brilliant tattooer.
Brilliant.
And her work is great. So she'll be coming up for the interview segment. And then I will probably chat a little bit, but we are going to do the whodunit segment again.
I like that. I like that segment. I'll start pulling up some of my own so I can participate, share some. So I guess it can kind of go in any direction, right? It could either be like an up and comer that you may or may not know, or it could be someone that you know really well that it's a piece that isn't an obvious example of their piece, right? I mean,
That sounds pretty fun.
Where we're going, there are no rules.
Okay.
We'll check the chat to see if you guys know it too, but we'll have to be clever about that so we don't give ourselves, like, we don't take it as a hint. We'll have to like test before we check the chat.
Well, I mean, I have someone loaded up here, so when we're ready for the challenge, when people let us know that it's all working and everything's working, we can load up some sick world-class tattoos. And yes, I think sometimes they should be up and comers. Sometimes they should be, world-class. For me, you've seen them on one of the shows because of the fucking pictures that are sitting on my computer.
True. Yeah, I like a challenge like that. I was thinking about how much time, think about how many tattoos you've seen compared to the 1996 version of you, Jake. You know?
Oh yeah.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. Just how many tattoos in general that are just out there?
That you're seeing on your phone that you never would have, just that you have access to.
Yeah.
Besides people just walking around outside, you know?
Yeah. That's one of the things that we talked with Nico Hurtado about a couple of weeks ago, is just the difference in just the handful of people that you saw over and over in magazines in the 90s. And it wasn't a huge range of people. That magazines were pretty dead set on the people that they were showcasing, and you kind of saw them over and over. And
but when we were doing seminars back then, it was like, so send in your fucking pictures, because they're just magazine publishers. And if you don't send in your awesome pictures and sit around bitching about it, all you're going to get is the same people that put up their pictures. So
I would like to know that. I wonder, I was definitely one of those
and there are lazy
not
publishers
sending in pictures. Yeah. I was not sending in pictures. I was just saying, I've seen this guy's work a dozen times. I don't know why we're still looking at this guy. That's not true though. For the most part, they were showcasing people because they deserved it, and probably because they were sending their photos in.
We had a really fun day. So this Laura, she opened her studio in the same complex that I'm in. It's called Amaze Inc. Actually, she has a really cool mural I'll show you guys later of a unicorn breaking the chain of the patriarch on her wall. It's so funny, by Joe Anderson. But we were looking through her tattoo magazines recently, and stacks and stacks. I found Guy littered across many of them. But yeah, some of the tattoos are unbelievable. Like,
yeah.
I'll actually take some photos and show you guys like next week or something like that. It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I'd love to see. Yeah, we weren't photographing quite at the level that we are now with social media. Like even the best magazine photos weren't quite as good as what people are doing now with the filters. What do you call them? The CPL filters and all that type of thing.
Sorry. It's crazy. Well, speaking of like old time stuff here, I'm going to share some of the old TattooNow archive here. This is fucking some of Nico's first tattoos that he uploaded to TattooNow, 2008.
Oh wow!
So knowing what you know now, Jake, from just talking to him, you can kind of see where his head was at, literally, or where his hands were.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. That's 2008. I mean, did you see portraits like that in 2008?
Yes,
not
I did. I was immersed in it.
But you didn't see. Most people didn't see that level of realism in 2008.
This was coming through the studio, right? Look at that shit. I remember all this stuff. This is nuts.
That's awesome.
But I don't know if, damn it! Now I really wish I had gone. I mean, I'm sure that he's seen. Cheech was at a weed convention I missed yesterday. I was hoping to go speak at it, but I've been working wicked hard. So, but yeah, he was a fucking beast straight out of the gate. Beast, is that an appropriate metaphor? Not really. I don't know. He's been an exceptional talent and
iconic straight out of the gate.
Yeah. 2009. Yes,
that's so cool to think back to all these people who have become. I wonder how many, really nowadays, really almost legendary tattooers were uploading their work to TattooNow 10 or 15 years ago.
A shit ton. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, Baxter's portfolio goes back that far. Joe Caps. I mean, some of them have been off TattooNow on and off for a while, depending on. There's a lot of people. It's crazy. But yeah, it's almost like I can't delete it at all because it's there. And so now I've got this massive 20-year archive of like, you know, pictures and news items, all the news items, all the blogs.
Yeah.
Crazy. There's definitely a book in it somewhere in there. When I, you know, if I die, hopefully it gets archived somewhere.
No, that's a great point. Yeah, there definitely is. Yeah. Yeah, you should do that. You can.
Well, I can't do it after I'm dead. But anyways, hey, wait. So let's go to. You want to do some who done it? Who did the fucking badass tattoos? Is that what the name of the segment is? We can get it like, who did these badass tattoos?
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. So let's see here.
All right, I'm gonna hide the chat window. So if you guys know before me, I won't know.
Oh yeah, right. But
Or,
this is the thing,
before
right?
Jake.
Oh, I guess we should have a some sort of prizes or something. I've been horrible with. I owe like 2 people prizes, but I lost their emails.
Oh no.
But we're using our new tools. We're gonna next week we'll have a form that people can fill out, so that we have their address, and then it'll go straight to Lauren, and she can ship out the prizes within a day or 2 instead of it being on me. Look at this, huh? This
Well,
isn't
okay.
bad, huh?
I bet
Are we
we
just
could answer
yelling
some
out?
questions about the artist to kind of zone in on who it is. It
Are we
reminds
yelling
me
out
of
answers, or
Columbia.
are we like?
Oh shit on me! Sorry, I don't know what happened there. That was crazy. I don't know. There's no like there are no rules. There are rules. Yeah, you could just call it
Team
out.
South American.
Yeah,
South
let's-
American? I was gonna guess Rember right when I saw this.
Oh
Mhm.
man. I don't think I would go with Rember for this.
And we got a lot of pieces to show off here, too. Or not a lot.
Okay.
You know, but we have a
Let's
lot.
see.
Yeah.
But I love how this piece is composed, honestly. My personal choice.
Well, real nice. Okay, let's
Really
see
nice,
about.
yeah. Oh, is this the same person? No.
I think it is. Came from the same
Oh.
folder at least. Ha!
Oh,
How about
Yeah.
that?
I guess that makes
Wow.
sense.
Let's see. We can kind of go through to see
Okay.
if there's a rash of
yeah.
stories here.
I thought Rember on the first one just because of the mix between color and black and gray.
This is a really cool piece.
Yeah, it is.
A lot going
Huh.
on.
Hmm.
It's fun because I know that you've both probably seen his work at least once because I mentioned it or clipped it once.
Sure. Can you give us a geographical location?
Okay, so yeah, I think South America was correct, actually. Yeah, so there's definitely South
They have
America.
they
Although
have
we're
a very-
travelers, so
Yeah.
he travels over to Germany recently,
Mm.
teaching some seminars. Has also guest hosted some special events on the Reinventing Network
Oh,
in
gosh.
Spanish.
Oh, Roberto Talavera?
Nope. Anybody in the chat rooms?
Not
Anybody in the
Rat's
chat
Tattoo?
rooms? I can't check. I can't drive and check the chat rooms. Jake, do you want to? Could you do
No.
that or?
Yeah, no one's. Well, I'm looking
No.
at the Fireside chat. No one's answered
Okay.
anything. I don't know.
Was he on one of the Hablemos de Artes?
No.
Oh, gosh. It's got
What?
such the black and gray here, it's like with the black and gray, when he's going for something different, it's like a different type of black and gray from here to the last piece. The way
Yeah,
he
look at that
textured
kind
it.
of like the soft focus. Is that something? Is that a blur on the like a filter on the photograph that's getting that really soft blur on the background, or is that really tattooed?
So, okay, so
Well,
what
the
it looks
answer-
like what it looks like to me is that, well, I mean, I'm sure it's 2 things. One, I bet it looks better in real life because no matter what, you know, although I haven't seen this artist work in person, but often by the time you're getting to this level, pictures don't do it justice, right?
Mhm.
Like you could see the cut here where he's putting the black, you know, he's cutting out the
Yeah.
black background. You know, how much he's filtering in here, I don't really know, but I bet that this is all rendered, this here is rendered pretty fucking, you know, rendered like that with fucking whatever the mag or
Yeah.
whatever, and then this is sharped up, so fucking,
There's a slight blur on the guy's pants that maybe just from,
again,
But
that's
I-
the cut, like the edges.
but, like, definitely-
like however
definitely-
he's cutting out the black sucks.
oh, I see.
Right, so like he probably cut off some of the fingers here, and she's just using like he's doing it like I would with a mouse, frankly. You know, his work deserves to be taken pictures on a black background.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, it's really.
Wherever he's
nice.
at too looks really cool, like a studio setting.
Oh yeah, so this is definitely him. Oh,
Hmm.
there's some pictures of him. Okay, so here we go. This is Jose Biena.
Jose
okay.
Biena. Oh, That
know him.
is, I've looked at his work before and I guess I can't put two and two together, but honestly, so different.
Yeah, stylistically, he's
Yeah.
like making some wild
In
swings.
Spain, well, I'm sure in Spain they're influenced directly. They kill.
Well, this is South America. This is
Well, if he's in Europe. ever.
so he's guesting in Europe, but his home base is fuck, I don't remember which one it was, but
Not Colombia.
might have been, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say anything because it's gonna come off like I'm a Yankee that doesn't
Some of the
know
guys over there are
geography. But yeah, okay, well there we go.
Beautiful.
There's our game of
Did anyone in
say-
the chat catch it?
who the fuck did it?
No one on my chat had anything to say. What was the name? One more time. Sorry, one more time.
Jose. Oh right, Jose Viana. I guess I should show off
Viana.
his Instagram and all that.
Yeah.
And we should give up some prizes, and then we can plug it ahead of time and be like, "Yo, fucking anybody who posts up some question or possible answers gets a." Again, we got to get some door prizes and shit going on here. Okay, so explore,
Like sticker packs and stuff.
yeah, and digital stuff that we could.
Even better.
Yeah, by the way, while you're looking that up, James said those transitions are gnarly. Absolutely agree. Bart, actually from the text line, thank you. He said he's watching while tattooing. So what's up, Bart?
Bart. Oh, I gotta get my teeth.
Colombia. Yep.
Colombia.
And it's funny, that was the very first thing I said because I said it felt Colombian. Well, in my head. I didn't say it out loud maybe, but like the way that a lot of the Colombian tattooers are with their photography is almost recognizable. Have you noticed that, Jake?
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Like specifically with that nice bokeh in the background.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's wild. But stylistically, he's really doing some very different things.
Mhm.
Like
He's got himself
from one
a
piece to the
YouTube
next.
channel.
Oh, nice. It's crazy. You see tattooers using so many exploring so many different types of art
Like
now. Like
media?
everyone's getting into video and everyone's getting so good at it.
Yeah, it's true.
I think a lot of it too is like I saw my friend, you remember Chris Harrison, Jake and Gabe? We spoke to him. He's from South Wales and he has that tattoo show.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yep.
So one of his
Chris, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's cool. One of his
Sorry,
clients,
there's a tattooer from Connecticut named Chris Harrison that I got into it with, who he passed a couple years ago. So I was I always make that fucking weird connection there. R.I.P. Chris fucking Harrison, not the one that's on the tattoo show. He's still alive.
yeah, but he did some cinematic shooting with one of his clients recently, and I was thinking, it just artistically before, let's just say 2010, 2015, you were expressing yourself through your hands more so than what we're doing now with different forms of media, but you're exposed to so many people who are looking for your creativity in that certain media. So I've seen a lot of partnerships kind of happen because the little cinematic footage I saw that Chris did with his artistic take on it was pretty incredible. It's just like another medium.
Yeah, and particularly when it comes to how we're storytelling through tattoos, so much now using tattoos to paint a picture, and then if you can
More
document that process and kind of emphasize it even further with cinematic video, it's just it becomes layer after layer.
There's a few artists that are really doing it right. Like I think Deanna has had some cool videos.
Yeah,
Have you seen her stuff?
I have, and I'll tell you what, man, she's always, I've been aware of her for several years, but every time I see her work, and I've just been lucky enough to I don't really know her, but I've crossed paths with her at shows. She was in
Hell City.
And I mean, her work is just outstanding, and unlike really anyone else's that I see, like the way that she combines like graphic stuff along with her really painterly, those soft floral stuff that she's doing that's so pastel and muted, and like just these subtle little temperature transitions. She's extraordinary. She really is.
She took Best of Show in Golden State actually too.
Oh, really?
But I'm gonna pull her up. The other thing I was gonna say is like I think it was, I can't remember the actual piece that it took, but I'll pull this one up. Have you seen her Apprentice?
No, I don't think so.
I'm gonna pull her up next. So if anybody's watching, and holy cow, follow both. This
Oh,
is the
yeah.
one from Golden State. Yeah, this is from Golden State.
Yep, I saw that. This is the one that one. Yeah,
That's the
look at all
show.
just all of those, just the temperature shifts in the skin tones and then that kind of graphic, bold, negative, you know, stuff.
I wouldn't mind a bold negative space like this if I was having my leg tattooed at a convention.
Yeah, really, really good.
Very distinct.
And she is she on this season's Ink Master, I think? Did I see that?
I can't remember.
I feel like she is.
Yeah, 10 and 14. I'm not exactly sure what it would be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know seasons or anything, but I think that it's this one because whenever we were getting ready for the Nico interview, I was looking at his Instagram, just looking through his work and saw that he was hosting and saw her in a shot with him. So I assume she's either hosting or competing. I don't know.
Okay, and then here is
how do you spell her name? How did you spell her name?
Deanna. There's some pieces that she was doing that were more of Deanna's style.
Oh, they look super clean.
Yeah, this is them working together, and some of the stuff that they've been. It's just really cool that you can tell that she's really into growth, and it's not going to be forced by any means. You can tell that they're intimately close in on this journey of tattooing, and I keep your eyes on her because she's done some really beautiful work.
Deanna, okay. So this was so the other one was Deanna Smith.
Deanna Art. Deanna.
No, yeah, Deanna. I don't know her last name.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she just goes by James or what, but right here.
Yeah. Oh, James. Deanna James. Okay. And then the apprentice's name was what? One more time.
Taddy Natty.
Taddy Natty. I like that.
It's one of those things, Jake, and I know both of us can, in the last 10 years, Gabe especially, you just see someone at that very beginning point and they're with the right person, and you want to sit back with some popcorn and watch. That's one of the ladies I think will definitely do well.
A lot of it's about I mean, and I guess it has always been like that, but with tattooing, it allows you to be who you want to be, for the client, right? So it helps or could help the clients, again, achieve whatever, remember something or conjure something or whatever it is for the rest of their lives, right? And so tattooers who do that to other people, can be whoever they want to be. And then when you're wicked talented like that, and you have the right instructions, and you can travel the world and make thousands of dollars a day, the issue there is, can you handle it, right? Like it's a pretty deep responsibility. So a lot of the work that a lot of people will have to do when they hit that young is just making sure that as they get amplified, when they get that ride, man, make sure you're in a positive mindset, try to get rid of all the toxic shit, try to make sure that whatever it is that you're hung up on, you solve, because because of that power, right? It's like almost any and every weakness, will be tested, right? Like you could, do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. So make sure whatever you want is healthy, because otherwise you're in for a couple of rude awakenings. But again, seeing that, it makes me so happy to just to see how quickly the right people can catch it.
One that I always enjoyed before we bring in Tara, I've always enjoyed Michael Perry, because the first time I met him in person, I was pregnant with my daughter. We were going to Texas. He was just talking about all these things he wanted to do and where he'd been. And that was a long time ago, maybe 6-7 years ago. And now he just never stopped. He moved to New York. He just never stopped networking and stuff. And now you sit back, you're like, wow, Michael, it's cool that you've done this for yourself. He's still just the same guy that he was before.
I don't know that I've heard of Michael Perry.
I'll quick bring him up. He's
from
Milwaukee, but
okay.
I think I was.
He did a guest spot once. I noticed on some of the things yesterday. Gabe, you must have done a guest spot with.
Well, that's what I was saying. I don't know if he actually did it. I think it was just before the shop exploded. But I remember I thought I discovered him 2 years ago, right? I'm like, wow, this guy's fucking great. He's in New York. Okay, well, that's cool. Yeah. Look at this guy. Wow. And a month or two ago, I realized that I
Oh, yeah.
have been aware of him like fucking years previously.
Yeah, he was on.
Damn, look at that.
That's
Goddamn.
He will
nice.
not stop learning. And the funny thing about Michael is he's so funny and he is absolutely willing to do something and be the first person to do it. So he's just always
Yeah.
thinking, always.
This is the
and
collab
always-
with Carlos Torres, it looks like.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
We should bring him on one day. I don't know. Haven't seen him since Philadelphia, but I'm sure he'd be interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
I should have the music on. Good choice. Here we go. That looks like a lot of fun. I know, Michael, that must have been a great experience for him.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Carlos Torres is another real talented.
Yeah.
fucking
Absolutely.
It looks like-
motherfucker.
It looks like that's a nice collab setup, both on one side, perfectly even.
Mhm.
No button heads.
Yeah.
They're both
Carlos is
smart.
a big painter too. They got a whole shop full of painters there. Sergio's,
Mm-hmm.
Sergio's, I don't know. I can't pronounce the Sergio. I don't remember his name.
Interesting.
Sanchez. There you go. Thank you.
Mm, yeah.
Wow. Another like just they're bringing in illustrators, right? So I think that like Nico and Carlos were like learning from Sergio painting, and then
Oh,
he
okay.
was,
I know Michael does a lot like with Robbie Latos too. They're good friends.
Mhm.
Once this
Mhm.
pulls up. So you can see if you look at Robbie and you look at Michael, you can see that even Gonzo, you can see that they're all.
you got to hit that black hole shit. That's this. Yeah.
My computer is a little bit slow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. I like
So
that.
nice.
I mean, all sorts of
man.
stuff. Yeah, if you guys want to hear from Michael, I'll send him a text or something and we'll try to get him on the books.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Speaking of books, it's about 1:30. We've got Tara Quinn here with us, and I already know that I really like Tara from the very first time talking to her today.
Nice. We'll bring her on.
Tara, do you want to go ahead and unmute and flip on that video? Awesome.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Tara. I think
How
we've
are
met
y'all?
one. Great. How are you?
Pretty
I'm
good. Yourself? Never mind.
We did you were in at Jiminy Peak, right? Did we meet at
Yes.
the BYOB? I knew I recognized your name
Yeah,
and face. Yeah. Good to see you again.
You too.
Do you have a party going on in the background by chance?
Say that again?
Is there a party going on in the background there by chance?
No, that's
I'm hearing some noise, but it's okay. Look, we're all good.
yeah. It's super quiet here.
Perfect. So, do you want to let everybody know? I'm going to start firing up your work. Give us the rundown, like who you are, where you're working, what you're up to.
I work at AR Designs in North Adams, Massachusetts. I basically just do pet portraits and cartoons all day because I peaked at 5.
Awesome.
Yeah, I remember now. I think we met or talked a little at Jesse Smith's seminar, and I saw some of your sketchbook. You were like sketching through his seminar a little bit, and I saw some of your work at that point. It was really nice. Are you guys firing some of it up now?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
now my computer's being a little wonky.
You guys got to take some updates or something.
The biggest
yeah.
thing about the computers is not quitting. The computer wants us
Yeah.
to quit.
Well, we
Yeah.
are smarter than the computer. Just sometimes we might want to hit it hard.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Now we're getting it. Yeah, super
Is that
nice.
your pup?
Yeah, that is Monty. I actually had to just kick him out of the room because he started barking.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, super nice. Is this one healed?
No, actually, I just got healed pictures of that one yesterday that I haven't
Oh.
uploaded yet.
Oh, okay.
That girl was super fun. She just came in. She was like, "I have these cats. What can I do?"
So, oh yeah, a little cover up in progress there.
Some cool
That,
art.
With those, the two tattoos that I see up top, it's with them. Is this one fresh? Yeah, that one. Is that one fresh as well? Let's see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there's really-
The only thing that's not healed in that picture are the ghosts. Actually, everything else is healed in that picture.
Oh, everything is healed in that one. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I was going to say that other one, for it to be such soft kind of pastel tones, there's really no redness or swelling or anything. It looked completely healed, which is nice in a fresh tattoo.
Yeah, that guy sat like a rock, and like I think he slept through that tattoo. That was a wonderful
Yeah.
client. I didn't have to deal with him.
What was your art background before tattooing? You just always kind of draw cartoons?
I have failed art every time I've ever taken it. And then I failed high school, so I did not go to college. And I just drew on my own. I did finally graduate high school recently, so hooray.
All right, congratulations.
But no, it's all self-taught. Like I grew up watching cartoons. That's all I ever wanted to do. I wanted to work for Disney, and then I found out I'd have to redraw the same thing over and over and over, and decided I did not want to do that. And then just decided I was going to do one-off cartoons forever.
And doing tattoos where you just do over and over.
No.
But not over and over and over and over.
Yes.
I remember in my early 20s, I thought the same thing. I thought I wanted to work for Disney, and we went and did I think it was the MG, wherever the artist studio, when you could walk along and see the artist actually drawing on the cells. Back then it was all manual. They weren't doing anything digitally, but it looked so cool to me. And then I met someone down there that had been drawing like Aladdin or someone but had been drawing Aladdin for several years and was still like the third in line to even be drawing Aladdin for real. Like almost no hope that any of his work would ever actually make it to a movie or a cartoon or anything. He's just like the third understudy to draw this.
That sounds like hell.
It sounds terrible. It's just maybe I should rethink this.
That sounds like the worst ever.
Yeah. So your influence was mostly just cartoons. What about other artists, like specific?
Jimmy Litwalk.
Yeah.
Miyazaki movies. I grew up on Adult Swim came out when I was a kid, and I was like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Yeah.
The Rats of Nim probably was the biggest influence in my childhood of you know what, I need to do that. But no, with artists, just Jimmy Litwalk, like I saw, holy shit, that's amazing. That's probably the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I needed to be able, I didn't know that I could do cartoons as tattoos until my apprenticeship. And then I saw a book just laying out, and I was like, my life is that's what I'm doing.
That was one of Jimmy's animal books, or from back.
I think it was one of his sketchbooks.
Yeah, cool.
Probably around 2006, whichever was the new one, because the guy I worked with at the time was just grabbing anything he could.
Yeah.
And I saw that, and I was like, that's all I ever want to do. And then Ron Givens. I think he's Ron Stafari on.
Oh yeah.
He
I haven't seen his work in forever.
If I had to say anyone taught me how to tattoo, he taught me how to tattoo. We worked at the same shop in my apprenticeship.
Oh, okay.
And he actually did. It doesn't exist anymore. I'd rather not say. But he actually taught me what I could do and drilled it in my head. You draw your own art. You don't trace. You do your own thing. And just make it fun, make it good.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a lot of great tattooers here.
Yeah. You definitely have I mean, I can see the influence from both of those guys, but you're like foreshortening, like your shapes, your arrangement of shapes are really nice. And then I love all the kind of like kind of playing with texture, and some of the sketches that you guys just had pulled up a second ago, like some like wispy hairs that are swinging out one way, and then some that are almost like little scallops, and then like fingers that are kind of like bulbous in different directions. So you're playing with shapes a lot. Go back a couple.
I can see some of your influences. It's like coming out through your take of it, and you would be so shut off if you were to work for something like Disney, because I don't foresee their characters having this much life.
Yeah. This is the one I was thinking of. I really love all the, like, I love the little gnarly paws there, and then just the kind of combination of textures. Like all
it's got to give it movement. It makes you look off in the direction the points are going.
Right.
Almost like an animated look at something that's not moving.
Yeah. It's really
very balanced with the contrast, right? Like there's like all the tight stuff, and like you're saying, the gnarly kind of movement, and then the open, and then the
and everything kind of.
The sad thing is I lost that sketchbook, so that's the only.
Oh, that's
I only have digital copies of that anymore.
I like how you kind of like got in that one, you've got the hierarchy really well established. Like everything is kind of leading the viewer to the little box of noodles or whatever. Like the character's looking down, the chopsticks are pointing at it, the other little gnarly paw is like leading to it. So everything's like pushing you down into that upside down triangle. Like
the eyes are going straight to it.
The tail's curled towards it. So everything's kind of pushing you that direction. That's
it's all a figure 8, and the noodles are in the middle.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way to make sure that your eye moves across the screen or around the picture.
Yeah.
Awesome. And now, of course, it'd be remiss of us not to talk about your upcoming seminar about this, as well as upcoming webinar, so people can tune in if they can't make it. Right? We don't need to necessarily do the hard sell, but it's definitely worth making sure people know about.
Woo-hoo. The courteous announcement.
Yeah.
That's going to be super fun. Like, I've never gotten to tell anybody other than like 1 or 2 people at a time how I do pet portraits, and a lot of times it's just my client, and they're a captive audience.
They can't go anywhere,
so they have to be there.
So where is this happening at? It's an online seminar.
It's going to be at Jiminy Peak. It's the the Northeast meetup this year.
The Needle Jig Northeast meetup. There will be there's a webinar version too, though. So if people can't make it out, I'm bringing out all the computers and setting them up so that people could, they could beam in.
Yeah, I would love. I wish it weren't right up against the Richmond show that I've already committed to, because I'd love to come back up there. I loved that place so much. I'd never been there before last year, but it's
next year. Man, we've shifted dates for Paradise at least. But it'll be great to go up this year.
Yeah.
I'd love to sit in on one of your consults, Tara, because I bet it's pretty weird. Like the types of, I don't know, the types of questions you're asking, to take something like the client you have with the cats. Where do you get a picture of a cat to a really cool, funny cartoon like that?
Mm-hmm.
It's really like, let me see your cats and let me talk to you while I'm sketching.
Okay.
Like, if they see something where I'm like, or they really don't like it, they can be like, hey, I don't like it, immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was such a fun tattoo.
Yeah, that's really cool. Well, it's funny because I with pet portraits, in particular, you're trying to kind of caricaturize someone's pet, and you may or may not have ever seen or met the pet before, and you're going off of their description. And for me, like, I can see that with, like, in dogs, I can look at photos of dogs and find a way to come up with a clever way. But with cats, that's got to be trickier. But maybe it's because I'm not as much of a cat person as I am a dog person. But I have a cat now, and I couldn't do a caricature of him if I had to, because I'm like, hey, he doesn't do it. I mean, he doesn't have a personality like the dogs that I've had.
So yeah, I can tell you right now that you're not a cat person, because cats actually have huge personalities.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, if you look at a dog, it's a dog. But you look at your dog and you know, like, every mole, every spot on that. It's the same with cats. Like, all house cats have an M on their forehead. So how different is that M from this cat's? There's a lot of different things that go into it. But Yeah, cats have a personality.
Yeah,
They just don't
yeah.
like you.
Yeah, I think that mine, me and my cat have like we inherited this cat. He was so it wasn't something that we went out to try to find. But yeah, he has a great
I like this
relationship with everyone else in the house except for me. And
So
we just ignore each other. We don't dislike each other. We just
Good
cross
day.
paths. Yeah.
does he sit in a room with you and not interact with you and then just close his eyes while he's around you?
Yeah, yeah.
That cat loves you to death.
Oh yeah.
So
That
don't
cat
die
loves
around it
you.
because it'll sit right on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is some cats that don't really like to like be on people, but just being around you is something that if a cat is around you, they generally they love you. Like a cat won't be around a person they don't like.
Yeah.
That's one thing that really differs from dogs. They're not gonna try. If they don't like you, fuck you. Go away.
Yeah.
I mean, I think with cats, half the time, if they like you, they're like, fuck you.
Yes, true. Like I kicked my cats out of here and they were like, fine, fuck you, and walked away. My dog is sitting at the door like, please,
Let me back in.
please love me.
Yeah.
I like a lot of these, at least sketches. It would be cool to see a sketchbook, just of
Yeah.
the fun characters you have.
Yeah, every so often I think about making one, and like I actually have a book of tattoos that I keep on meaning to put together and take to the shop that I work at because like I need something kind of like a portfolio there. And I'm like, yes, I'll do this. And then like 10 minutes later, I'm like, what was I thinking about? I don't remember. Let's go play video games.
This one's awesome. I love this one. The cat destroying the.
And so I imagine that you're accepting appointments or accepting tattoos. You are definitely
absolutely
in a I would call it a destination spot. People should be traveling there. It's a beautiful, beautiful area.
You said the mountains.
It is. I don't think I've been as like what's the word? It's not quite like, hey, I'm happy because I'm always happy, but I've been so decompressed since moving here because if I just get annoyed, I can walk out into the forest and say fuck everyone. There's bears here, and that's cool as shit.
They could eat you.
What part of Massachusetts? Where is it specifically?
The Berkshires. I live about a 20-minute drive from Jiminy Peak.
Oh wow, okay, nice. Yeah,
that's actually why I was leaving early every day so I could drive without being in the dark.
Okay. Yeah, that's a really beautiful area. We drove, or I guess we flew into, where did we land? Okay, where?
Albany.
Probably Albany.
Yeah, so that kind of drive from the Albany airport to Jiminy Peak was really, really beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like anybody that hikes should come hike up here.
Yeah.
Tara, put me on your list.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is cool. I like this. I like seeing some of the funky things that you're doing.
It's fun. If I was told I was not allowed to do animal portraits for the rest of my career, I think I'd have to stop tattooing. Like if I wasn't allowed to tattoo stupid animals anymore, I just couldn't tattoo.
Yeah.
Like I think some of the things people do with portraits and realism is amazing. I could not do it. I don't have the attention span for it.
I like.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
Are you doing any like commission art pieces and things like that?
That goes back to attention span. I say yes, and then I forget about it, and then I feel like shit, and then I get like this whole like executive dysfunction thing going on, and I can't do it. And
gotcha.
That one was super fun.
Yeah.
I love the mushrooms on top.
I was gonna say, are those mushrooms on top there?
No, he's a flower, and those are the stamens and pistils.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or is it up to the interpreter?
They could be mushrooms, though.
How much time?
The trot.
We still have some time. Talk a little bit about your color palette. Use a lot of really muted, soft tones, and then you don't necessarily like you don't use a lot of like strong like complementaries or anything to push to push contrast. It seems like a lot of times, like I've seen several of these tattoos that are like all kind of cooler tones, or are all
So
very soft
the thing about
pastel.
it is like the super, super bright colors, I don't heal very well the way I tattoo.
That's good.
It does get muddied up sometimes. So I just don't really use them a lot, and I like the way those look.
Yeah.
Like some of those actually started out as the very, very bright, like lime greens and stuff like that, but I usually use those for mixing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it works really well. I love the kind of subtle transitions and stuff. And I can see, like you were talking about Jimmy Litwalk, I can see some of that influence. Like he did the same thing with a lot of softer, does the same thing, I suppose, with a lot of softer color transitions.
I need to get a healed picture of that one because that one actually healed amazingly. It looks exactly the same right now as it did right there,
Nice.
but I keep on forgetting.
Hmm.
Like I was born dead, and I have a lot of memory problems. That's probably another reason I can color like a motherfucker. Because I can't do math, I can't do science. I can barely speak English, but
Huh.
I can color.
Yeah.
I can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But memory is not a strong suit for me.
Yeah, this is really nice. Really nice. I love it. What is that? What's on is it a little like, oh no, it's I thought it was like a fishing pole at first with some type of a jig or something on it, but no.
A cat
It's an
toy.
Egyptian
It's a
king.
cat toy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I
a
see
cat
it
toy.
now. Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I see.
yeah.
A cat toy.
Yeah. Super cool. How long have you been
Oh, I love
tattooing? Did you say, if you said that I missed it, how long, when did you start tattooing?
2007.
Okay. So quite a while now.
Technically, I had my apprenticeship in 2006, but that didn't go too well.
Oh yeah.
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 When did you start to be more like free to be doing the things that obviously you were most inspired by, or is that just how it started?
So I worked in a military, like a right outside a military base in San Antonio for about 2 years. Then I moved over to Dandyland. So let's see, about 2009.
I remember Dandyland.
Yeah, if anybody's in San Antonio and they want a good tattoo, they should go to Dandyland. Like they're all some of my favorite people in the entire world. If I could take anything from San Antonio and bring it up here, it would be Dandyland.
There was a tattooer. There's a bunch of tattooers that were badass there.
Yeah, Chong Tri Montana worked there. Sweet Lorraine worked
Sweet
there.
Lorraine, there we go. There was a woman who came up to guest spots. Sweet Lorraine, yeah. What's she doing? Is she still tattooing around there? Or?
Honestly, I don't know. Like she just dropped off.
That name sounds familiar. Maybe from Gabe. I don't know. So you tattooed there for how long?
Oh, I tattooed there until I moved up here last year.
Oh, okay. So you were there.
Like, they're just fantastic people. If I had to move back to San Antonio, I would absolutely go right back to that shop.
What inspired the move up north?
I don't do well with heat and humidity, and San Antonio, Texas is probably about 3,000% humidity and 5,000 degrees all year long.
Yeah.
Sounds accurate.
I love trees and I love mountains, and San Antonio has neither of those. It really was like I needed to be able to get outside. I needed to be able to relax without being inside 24/7. Hell, just since I've moved up here, just naturally, without dieting or anything, I've lost like 40 pounds.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Just from being outside, walking, being more active.
Like we walk my dog like at least half a mile to 2 miles a day. Like it's just fun.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sure your brain creatively is accepting that environment as well. You know,
it really is. Like I have an art room, which I'd be doing this Zoom meeting from there, but it's my attic right now. Like my view is Mount Greylock in
Oh, nice.
the Berkshires. So I have this huge mountain, not huge, but as huge as mountains get in Massachusetts, just from my window, and it's like a perfect view. And I can go outside and take pictures of any mushrooms I want. I can take pictures. I can go outside and see like rabbits and foxes and just all
Yeah.
kinds of
Yeah.
animals that I couldn't get. There's fisher cats up here, which are
Yeah.
like cool little weasel looking things.
Pretty similar to the obvious Jiminy Peak kind of vibe.
Yeah,
There?
yeah. Like I have to drive past Jiminy Peak, whenever I have to go to Albany for anything.
Okay.
That's just part of the area I live in.
Yeah, that's awesome. Got a few folks on the chat. Creature says, love your work, Tara. Akar Kaksha says, hello from Nepal. That's cool.
Nice.
Nice.
And Dan says, show the beholder. I don't know what you're talking about, Dan. Was that a tattoo?
There's a beholder that I drew. I think it's far down on my Instagram. I don't have the original anymore because the iPad that I was doing it on broke right before I did a backup, so I don't actually have it anymore, and I can never finish it because I can't redraw it correctly. And it's probably one of the best beholders I've ever drawn, and it's just can't be finished in my brain.
Oh, well, that's too bad. I guess.
So yeah, sorry about that.
It must have like scrolled through or something earlier for Dan to have mentioned it, but I don't know how long ago that was. They don't timestamp when these. I looked down and I realized that we missed a lot of comments, but you don't really see when they happened. So I don't know when to go back to. Yeah.
Well, thanks for. I saw a bunch of hellos. Creature, hello. Jason, hello too.
Yeah. Thank you guys for.
And Bart.
So I just want to mention, if people want, as I guess we haven't closed up quite yet, but before I forget, if people want to send in their submissions for who did these fucking great tattoo segments, Lauren, did we set up a Tattoo Weekly email?
We
No,
will.
you can just send it to Gabe at tattoonow.com for now. Gabe
If someone wants to participate in the whodunit,
or send us submissions, right? They could just send us any tattooers that they think are awesome that we should be, we'll sort through them, post up a couple, and then maybe we'll have.
Yeah. So, Tara, do you think that teaching or doing seminars is something you would like to get more into, or are you just kind of testing the waters with this at Jiminy Peak just because it's close and convenient?
Right now, I'm testing. I'd love to. I just have to see if, like, I can effectively do it. Like, I'm gonna do a whole like, hey, how bad did I do thing at the very end of it to make sure that, hey, you got this.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll go well, because I'd love
sure.
to do something like this.
I think that passion will really be great, because when you've only connected with one or two people at a time, having a few people, that energy, when you're all kind of there for the same reason, it doesn't matter if you're a mile ahead or 3 steps ahead or a step ahead, that passion will really drive the creativity,
Yeah, I'm super excited about all of this.
Yeah,
I want to tune in and watch. When is it going to be happening? Like on Monday or Tuesday, or?
I'm not sure yet.
On Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, Monday or Tuesday. Got that.
Cool.
What's the best way to keep up, Gabe? I guess you're emailing it out through TattooNow's mailing list.
Yeah, I got two emails out to my list. needlejig.com.
Okay.
You know what? I guess fuck it. Let me just fire that up real quick as on the way out, because it is if you can't make it out in person, you can beam in.
I liked the style that you guys did when it was on the Jiminy Peak thing last year, Jake. Like your seminar was cool. I was watching a bunch of them, but it was cool that it was filmed too, because obviously I couldn't go.
Yeah, that was cool. I really enjoyed it. I had a blast there last year.
13 days.
I got to go back. I got to go back and watch some of the stuff that I missed, because I spent the whole time in the seminar room and missed all of the main stage stuff. So
okay. There were some cool interviews that we did for that.
Yeah.
So what they're talking about is if you go to reinventingthetattoo.com, click on courses, and we scroll down, there's the BYOB, Paradise BYOB.
Oh, sure.
And here we go, Paradise BYOB, boom.
Yeah.
And, you know, I have virtual tattoo conventions. There's like 3 of these or 4 of these now that are coming up that we could put up on a site. So if somebody wants to take a virtual convention, we've got everything recorded here. Isn't this nuts?
It's really cool.
It's
It really
fucking
is.
nuts. You know, this is Lars.
Yeah, that was cool that you guys did that.
Mhm.
Day 2, we've got, oh, well, speaking of Mark from Needle Jig, this is the first run of his, let's get to the point, let's talk. Oh, no, this is his, an interview with Amy
Oh,
Nichols.
Amy. The John Smirk one is there too. That's crazy.
Yeah, John's here. Oh, yeah, he's big news. We got to get him back on the show.
Yeah, we will be getting him back soon.
There's been a bunch of people saying, they say that half the tattoo inks might cause cancer. Half the tattoo inks suck. And it's like, both things are probably true.
I don't know.
I can't imagine that interview. I didn't see it, but the one with Mark and Amy, that had to have been like a 4-hour episode. Those 2 people can talk like nobody I've ever heard.
I mean, the BYB it's kind of funny. We're bringing around a lot of podcasters, right? So every once in a while I'm looking around, I'm like, oh man, like we could talk for fucking 3 weeks and not even take a breath.
That's funny. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm excited though, Tara. You'll have to send us out messages or make posts about how's it all going. You know, I want to know like how you like it and how it went. You know, after the fact.
The most fun thing, especially when you get in front of people and you start to like share your ideas for the first time, or really definitely, but particularly the first time, it's like you'll find yourself saying things and then being like, do I really believe that? Or why do I believe that? So you start to say things out loud and then you start to question everything that you know, so it's a lot of fun.
The other thing that happens is then the next time you go to fucking cut a corner, you're like, I don't really need to slow down and write a headline that actually makes sense. I just want to get this fucking news out, oh wait, I have to slow down, get all the details done, just like I said. Unless, you could teach that to dozens and dozens and dozens of people, right? And then all of a sudden you actually are effectively more efficient in the world, but you don't necessarily have to follow your own rules. But, again, it's not necessarily hypocritical if that's not the gig in your truth. Anyways.
Yeah.
Well, all of us have an exciting month of October coming up. Like I said, Resurrection Island for me this weekend. I asked Dennis ahead of time, but I've got to go ahead to be on stage and take videos. If there's anybody that you guys want to see or talk to, just let me know. Jason's going to be there. I'm excited to.
Oh, cool.
We'll be doing the skill building Sundays from Resurrection Island.
Nice.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that'll be great. And then next weekend, not this coming weekend, but the next, I'll be in Richmond. I'm going to podcast. I'm going to tattoo. I'm going to film the seminars that are the day after the academy. Yeah, the academy. That's the day after. It's going to be the Monday after the convention, which means I'll have to keep it together through the convention. So I'm in good enough shape to film all day on Monday. But yeah, I'm excited about that. And then you guys, so you're the same weekend.
It's Monday and Tuesday.
Monday and Tuesday. Okay.
Those other tattooers' days off most often. And we didn't want to directly compete with any tattoo conventions. There's also one down in Westchester County that same weekend.
Okay. Yeah. And then if I'm not mistaken, the New York show, because I had committed to that one too when it was earlier in the spring, and then they pushed it to the same weekend as Richmond. So I had to back out of that one. But it looks like there are tons of great tattooers there. My good friends Ty and Robin Pilato will be there. I hate to miss them, but yeah, lots and lots of people at that New York show.
Yeah.
Well, it is pretty close to Richmond in the grand scheme, but not enough for you to go on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, no, probably not. Yeah.
But awesome. Tara, it was really cool to meet you and hear about what you're up to.
Yeah.
This was fun.
Yeah, great to see you again. Good luck with your seminar.
Needless to say, if anybody's watching and wants an awesome tattoo, the Berkshires and Tara are a great destination. So book your tickets and
email me. I'm always open for new tattoos.
Yeah, pack your dog or cat up, bring it along with you, so she can draw it from life.
Yeah.
Even so, everything here is so dog friendly that definitely people should bring their dogs up here.
Yeah.
So I can pet them.
I just had this vision of Jake trying to get his cat into some sort of travel container.
Right, yeah.
I heard you love me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go tell him, like, I know now you love me.
Come back here, you love me.
Right. All right.
Okay, well,
Good to
everybody,
see you
thanks again.
gues.
This
Have
is
a
great.
good week.
I'm gonna go clickety clack and fucking launch some shit. So,
Good
and
luck.
Jake, we'll be talking in an hour or two.
In an hour, I'll talk to you then.
Awesome. Cheers.
All
Thanks,
right,
guys.
bye guys.
Bye.
Thanks, Jake.